Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I thought it might be interesting on Sundays to just record a video with my tournament results when I'm playing a tournament, that is, right? So yeah, let's try for the first time. So as you may or may not know, I'm currently playing at the Empires at War tournament. This is a tournament hosted by EGCTV with the it's the first big tournament with the Empire Wars format. So today, Sunday 15th, I've just finished, in fact, my first group stage match, which as you may see here in the groups, I'm in group with Avery, Kiljardi, and Legolas. I've met first, arguably the strongest player in the group, Kiljardi. Even though it's hard to say with Empire Wars, things change quite a bit. So yeah, let's take a look at the games. I won. I mean, as you can see here, I won 3-0 already. Game one, Delhi against Rus. Keep in mind that in this mode, we pro gamers don't really know the actual balance. So when it comes to banning ships, banning and picking maps, and even strategies, we are really testing the waters here. Like it's not as in the standard mode where we pretty much know Rus is really strong and so on and so forth, right? Like for instance, Rus against Delhi in the regular format, it's a really hard matchup against Delhi. But in Power Wars, I don't feel that way about it because the game is faster. The Kremlin takes, in relative terms, way longer to get enough stacks to make an impact, right? So it suddenly becomes way harder for the Rus player to contest the secret sites. And you could also argue that the secret sites are less valuable because it's a lesser percentage of your total economy, right? It's still taking 125, but you start with close to 25 villagers. So anyways, let's go at the game. Let's on the caster mode. So as you may see, things go really fast at the beginning, as in I start the age up before the first minute mark. My opponent here is doing more or less the same, but since as a rule you start with a wooden fortress that already buffs your wood line, you can either go Golden Gate or if you go Kremlin, you can use it to secure an exposed location, right? Which is what my opponent is doing here. He's building the Kremlin not in the middle of the map, but uh, mostly defending this wood line, this deer pack, and also buffing this wood line later on for his TC. And he very quickly into stone just to immediately. So this is a quite refined build order, is it not? He's gonna hit the resources needed for a TC just as he ages up, which again in Empire Wars, not necessarily people have already figured out timings and so on, but this looks very smooth, right? He also has Wilbaro already, of course. His Russo is started immediately. And me as Deli, I mean, pretty much click every single upgrade. So I get up. I went for double blacksmith, stable and racks. So far he's made some Dark Age Spearman. Is gonna now be a bit annoying here, but nothing too impactful, right? Now I peel away. I chase. I'm not aware of this TC by the way. Well, I'm soon going to be. As it kills my first unit, and almost the second one as well. So here at this point in the game, I was slightly worried because my sanity is still halfway through and he already has a TC now. Then this TC, in a way, it covers this secret side. It's really hard for me to contest this one when the TC has. This is wrong. It's a bit more around here, right? So it's very easy for him to micro his archers in and out of the TC range, right? So this side is kind of hard to get. This one, I'm not even thinking about getting. And these two should be more or less free, right? Two sides for a TC, is that good enough? It's close to borderline, I would say. So as my first upgrades, I went for uh, range defense and melee damage. Not too sure if it's the best. I mean, I'm kind of forcing two archers now because he's going spearman. So I guess I would like to have steel arrow over this one probably. So now Sanctity is finishing. I decide to not try and get both at the same time Because even though I can win and engage, I don't actually know whether there are knights or not in the map. So you don't like. Let's say I split them and he has two knights, and he gets here with two knights. Even if I have a few spearmen, it's really hard to actually defend both, right? So I decided to play it safe. In hindsight, watching the replay now, I think it's a mistake. I think I can make a better job scouting his production, right? So then I can see no stable, and then I know this is safe to just use one of these as well, right? So I would say this is a mistake by me. Uh, Too safe. Sometimes playing too safe is a mistake, right? And I feel like this is the case here. So 5 minute mark, I have the upgrade, but okay. So now he's going to TC fast castle, um, which I think is too greedy, especially against Delhi, right? And I think he's seen me massing units. I just think he's playing this way. I'm hoping that his militia will save him, but he only has 3 stacks, right? Like if this was the regular mode, by the time you age up, you probably have 7, 8 stacks, and then it's a different scenario, right? 3 to 4 stacks against 12 archers. Like the second I see the age up, I just know I can kill this TC very likely. So I just went for it. He makes a mistake here. I think garrisoning 10 villagers here is uh, is condemning them to die, right? Like I think you just sack the TC, go back and try to defend here with TC outpost, Kremlin, militia. I don't think you should ever garrison these 10 here because now they are never uh, they are just dead, right? I'm moving my archers towards the north so I can hit them. So actually it saves a couple of them, right? I still think it was a mistake because now the villager count is even. I have 2 sacred sites, which will be 3 at some point rather soon. I have 4 times his army supply, right? And he's going horse archer, which are not good at against daily archers, right? I think I would prefer him going into men at arms, which is men at arm archer, or maybe even knights and try and get some raids. And not horse archer, I think is a mistake. So now I just dive as usual. He doesn't have textiles. He doesn't have blacksmith upgrades. In particular, this one. I kinda forgot about the militia here. When I saw it, I was a bit. I told myself, "Oh yeah, he has that." But I still think it's the correct play. 20 idle villagers plus the few I'm going to snipe. I can more or less also kill his army, right? Not very important. He doesn't have this upgrade. I do have +1 defense, so yeah. Even more idle time here, and probably will kill a few villagers. Yeah. So right now he has 30 idle villagers. He's also losing a few of them, so very good for me already. 34 idols. Mm. He's been H3 for a while, but hasn't given him much, right? He doesn't have any income from the relics yet. He's soon going to deliver that one, but that's about it, right? Eco upgrades, yes. I mean, we have the same. Yeah. So now I just realize I can kill this. Why not, right? Meanwhile, I'm aging up with compound. So very at this point in the game, I feel is pretty much over for my opponent here. It's just a matter of probably securing the relics. You don't want him to suddenly get 5 relics. I mean, he doesn't have any place to deliver them. I mean, he does. But yeah, try to get 2 to 3 relics for myself, and then just get every single upgrade, right? Like at this point, I knew my economy was quite better, right? So is my army supply, but I'm still not sure if I want to go for the kill here. I think I prefer denying food sources, right? He still has few sheep though, so he doesn't need to be here, but he is, so why not? So I'm taking this fight now. Why not? Gassy Riders are decent against the Castellates at arms. I have more army. And in the meantime, I'm raiding a bit with knights, just putting pressure. My plan is yeah, exactly just get keeps in these food sources, also defending the side. Then the same here, secure the four sides, secure the food in the map, and eventually just win the game. But hit ups now. So yeah, that's the most important part in this game, of course. Punishing him as soon as he ages up to Castellates. Now when I get out of this game, let's check game two. Game two is Kawasan. I decided to go with Abbasids against Ottomans. So I tried to put presence in both pawns really quickly here. He decides to only go for this one and in immediate racks to put pressure inland with Spearman, which I think is makes a lot of sense. Right? Went for fast day jab with the culture wing, and he's going with the usual landmark, right? I guess it's yeah. I'm not sure which one is better for Ottomans in Empire Wars. I think it's really close, closer than in the other format. Because when you have more resources in general, having a market is I mean, but I guess it's really cheap, right, to get a normal market. Yeah, I guess this one is also really good in because you struggle with food inland, so the extra berries, I guess, are very useful here. So he tries to put pressure on my dogs, but I just day jump in time, so I can get a galley and deflect this. The dogs still have HP, and I'm building a second one just in case, but the galley is good enough. I guess it's on galley. I should try and deny this if I can. Don't think I can though. I think he can just finish it. He moved a bit too fast there. In the meantime, he comes with everything here, so I make a galley to defend. This galley will spawn in a funny location. It's completely trapped there. So he tries to kill it, but it still deals way too much damage. So it barely wins the fight. And in the meantime here, I kill... Uh, he lost the fishing boats, he didn't garrison them, also the galley. And I do have arrow slits here. So at this point, it's really hard for him to get any kind of... He has two dogs, which is what he needs in order to fight this, but... Wait, caster mode. But he doesn't seem to really have the resources to... I mean, he does, to an extent. But he's not really focusing on trying and win this. Instead, he's making a lot of spearmen land units. Um, Now he's switching into archers as he gets arrow slits here. So at this, I guess he's just trying to deny food here from me. And maybe later on he will try to actually claim the pawn for his economy. Now I identify that this is my pawn already. I have a galley just in case this happens. It proves to be really useful. You really don't want them to get dogs in your pawns. And now I'm just trying to clean this. So once I secure this, I will also make up to 15 boats or something. And I'm on my way to Castle Age now, right? He goes for ramps in order to clean the docks, which makes sense, I think. Yeah, I think this move, and with Avacid, it may be even stronger, right? Because I don't need to research the thing. Because up until this point, I don't have a single land unit. So if he had done this faster, I feel like he would have kicked me out of the ponds eventually, right? It's not easy because I keep adding ponds, adding docks, and this villager is defended, right? So it's not easy for him to snipe him. But yeah, now that I watch the replay, I probably need to change my style a bit in this map. But in this game in particular, I get to Castle before he actually gets anything done here. So at this point, it's really good for me, I think. Decided to go for Gulam Knight. Gulams are just good against everything in feudal for your opponent, and knights. You can always find a use for knights even against pure spear. Whether it's fighting or raiding, knights are very useful if you actively look for things to do with them. So at this point, I think it's really hard for him. This attack is not going to do much, right? He doesn't have even plus one damage. So these Gulams are only taking one damage per shot from the archers, right? It's just it may take a while, but eventually I will clean this army. Yeah. Wonder why he got this. Because I don't think Spear Archers is a comp where you are ever going to dive at TC, right? So why would you give this much priority to that upgrade? I think maybe he expected me to mass archers as as the Abbasid players do, right? Due to this upgrade being as strong as it is. And now I think I'm going to work towards a second TC. Exactly, yeah. And I've already secured both pawns, right? I've lots of dogs, so not easy for even with Rams. Like it's really hard for him to actually idle this because there's always a dog to deliver to. Could get this upgrade maybe. Yeah, at this point I'm 40 supply ahead, right? Water control, the better units, even probably more villagers because I'm on 2TC and he's not, right? He has 4 military schools, which is nice, but that's not enough, right? Not enough. Now I dive. He has this Vizier point with the Janissaries, which I think saves him. I probably stayed around too long with the Knights. I think I can find some other use for them. So yeah, let's speed up. Yeah, exactly. I think this is a bit slow from me. I think my eco balance here isn't great, right? Like I'm floating almost 2,000 foot. Maybe I can just queue a few more units, right? Maybe it's not that bad. Yeah, I feel like these mosques have to go up a bit faster, especially against Ottomans, right? Because if they invest into the Vizier point for the imams, they can gather the relics really quickly. In this particular game, I guess he couldn't go for that one, but in general, yeah. So blacksmith upgrades I have 3, which is I'm just struggling for gold. I feel like for the most part this game. Could have a second mining camp here to reduce walking time. This is not ideal. And probably oh yeah, archer crossbow, right? Maybe crossbow may even not sure. Anyways, I think at this point, I mean the army supply is even, right? I still think my economy is so much better that there's not much he can do, right? Is he somehow managed to uh, deny me fish in both ponds, then it may be a close game, right? But I don't think that should ever happen in this spot. Really, because I feel like my army is good against his. Like I think Gulam Archer should beat. Yeah, I mean it's Janissary Crossbowman for the most part, and some men at arms. Army value is close though. In fact, it's slightly better for him. Here I killed way too many villagers. He didn't have textiles, right? That's a good shot. The last villager finishes the keep. But still, I mean, 100 to 30 with 12 idols. Like he's really struggling for resources right now. Don't think I should fight now. Like my economy is so good that if I just get a keep up in the middle, I feel like the game should be over. But I just realized I could win the fight as well. My blacksmith upgrades are better, my army is stronger, so why not, right? At this point, with Rams he's still trying, but I keep adding dogs, right? So there's like he hasn't managed to idle my food income yet. I have 3 relics, both sacred sites, walling the sites, soonish. So yeah, really, really rough spot for him. And probably unwinnable, right? If we take a look at the numbers. Keep adding dogs, but yeah, I think this game is this point it's over already. I could I got Rams, I could go Treps. Since I already have a keep, I decided to go into Treps. But, there's no way he can defend this keep in the long run. So that's game two. Now let's take a look at the third game. English against Mali in Dry Arabia. English starts with 8 farms, which I think is really good. Especially because in this format, I feel like you like the first thing you struggle for is food. So having this set up from the get-go is very convenient, I think. So I open with a Rax just to get some men at arms. He's Mali, wheelbarrow, and also fast day jab, right? Like not that much to see at this point. Feel like I got mm, a few more sheep than he did this game. I open men at arm, um, but I miss this. Like if I had seen it, I just send my men at arms here, and it's already huge for me, right? But I didn't see it. Although, like I didn't realize, but I think I saw it rather early. Okay, I see this now, right, with this scout. So I see this his goal, so I go there. And now I see these, but it's slightly too late, right? So I put some pressure, I don't kill anything. Meanwhile, he's going for a jab thrower, Mustafadi comp. I'm going for Minotaur Longbowman. Very quick eco upgrades this game by me. In both of us, I assume. He only has wheelbarrow. But he's booming with cows, right? Not sure if I would prioritize this over eco upgrades in this format, considering you have 30 something villagers, right? Already. This villager tries to kill the cow, but the cow is faster. So yeah, now I come here. It's a bit sad that he managed to get the entire setup. But I realized I could just go and try and kill that, right? With the Lobo, I'm putting some pressure here, trying to create some idle time. If I can kill a villager, that's excellent, but not really expected. I do kill one though. Now I should probably run away. And I'm hitting the pit mine here. He's invested quite a lot into booming, so he doesn't have as many units, right? So he can't really defend both locations. Meanwhile, I'm getting blacksmith upgrades already. He got textiles, which is I think good. I get the pit mine. I should, yeah, just back, right? And yeah, put some pressure here. So I feel like one, maybe another. Ah, I made a mistake there. I should have run a bit faster. But I'm already 4 villagers ahead with this very nice setup. Also even gathering some deer, right? Why not? And more eco upgrades than he has. So I feel like my economy is better now. And I also think not only my army value is higher, but I think in equal army value, I think Men at Arm Longbow should win against Jab Thrower Musafadis, just because the Longbow men are amazing against the Musafadis. I don't need to tank this with the Men at Arms. Yeah, exactly. Just to go back, kill the Musafadis, and then. And now I can go in, I guess. Yeah. He's catching some reinforcement here. This is the night vision, which is nice for me. So he doesn't have blacksmith upgrades, right? Whereas I have both of them already, which makes a difference. He needs one more shot than usual to kill my Longbowman. So yeah, then again, at this point, I feel like I'm already quite far ahead. I denied the second pit mine. I've killed a few villagers. I've been trading better than he has. So yeah, rough spot for him already. At some point, I think I will uh, go heavier on gold and just look for an age up here. Not sure if I should do that now. Should I keep making units now, or should I go for the age up? I think the age up is good. This is what I do now. Could maybe have this upgrade. Not the biggest of deals. But yeah, I go heavier on gold just to age up. But I still realize I can win fights, so yeah, why not, right? Let's just put pressure on him. I'm still massing units. Like I didn't stop, but could probably use a second Rax here if I really want to keep making units. And if not, I just go for the age up. Some villager glitching here. I guess I should pay attention for these things. Yes, I mean, was busy with the villager, I guess. I basically just dived his base. His army wasn't strong enough, so I just went for it, dived the TC, got to the back of his base. He does have blacksmith upgrades this time, which is nice, but again, the damage is already done. Not only I'm 15 villagers ahead, but he has a lot of idols, right? These are not working, they're just running around. Now this, yeah, I saw this, so I thought they must have run somewhere, right? I haven't seen them going back to base. So I just looked around for the longest time. At some point I saw the lumber camp, but I never actually saw the villagers. So he decides going for the deer, right, instead of lumber. But I guess I attack now the lumber camp, and he maybe changes his mind and just decides to go back to base. Yeah. But at this point, I'm quite ahead in villagers. I'm about to age up. Have some stables ready. Right, when your opponent is so spread in the map with villagers here, 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 knights are just going to be amazing, right? He gets this little run by here. Gets one villager kill. Then, yeah, again, at this point, the game is pretty much over, I think. Um, so yeah, I find this small army here, and I think he calls it now. He's stuck on H2. I'm going to have knights everywhere. He is. So yeah, this was my first best of 5 in the Empires at War tournament. Very interesting mode. I feel like it rewards not necessarily aggressive player, but faster players in terms of APM and mechanics and so on. Feels like there's a lot going on at multiple locations at the same time. So yeah, interesting format. I just wanted to upload a quick recap of the first weekend. I guess next Sunday I will do another one with the group stage finish. So yep, hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment any questions you have, like, subscribe, and see you in the next video or in my Twitch stream tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye bye.